Whether you're starting a new order or editing an existing order to modify it or close it, the intuitive screens inside an order remain the same to keep the learning curve easy and the efficiency level high. Let's explore the anatomy of an order in FocalPoint. When you first go into an order, you'll see that there are two tabs, Main and Customer, across the top of the order screen. In the Main tab, there are buttons to save orders and multiple print options to choose from. Here you can also save an email instead of printing. You can also print pick tickets or invoke your signature capture device manually. This is also where you copy from existing orders to create new orders based on previous open or closed orders for the same customer. This is also where you can get right to the payment screen, email an order, start the return process, cancel changes for an order, or void the order. If you are in a quote or reservation, there are buttons directly to the right of the email button to allow you to convert reservations to orders or convert quotes to either a reservation or an order. In the Customer tab, you can edit the customer, see real-time aging information, email the order to a customer, or change the customer that the order is for. This is also where you can open up location or directional maps for a customer's office or ship-to address. Below this area, you will see the customer's general information, email address, terms, and credit information. Moving down further, you will see 8 tabs, each containing information about the order logically divided for your convenience. On the Header tab, you will see the out, date, and time, a length that is used to help establish a due date and time, and then a due date and time. Rental charge estimates and availability will be based on this time frame. If you change the length, the due date and time will adjust for you. If you want to set your own due date and time and not use the length feature, you are certainly able to do so. To the right of the dates, you can assign a discount to an order and choose whether or not this order should be charged the damage waiver. If you choose the event setting, the event days will default to 3. There is a default event days field in the Hours tab of the Store Manager file to control this default. In the rate table, you can choose Event 1, Event 2, or Event 3. Event 1 will use the daily rate for the default event prices, Event 2 will use the weekly rate for the default event prices, and Event 3 will use the monthly rates for the default event prices. Anything in the event field will show under Event Name on the order. There is also a Date Of field that you can use to enter the actual date of the event. This date will print directly above the event name on the order, but will only print if there is an event name. If you flag an order as an annual event, you can run an annual event report as a reminder to try to get the customer's business over and over again. Because you can set up items to default to event pricing or not default to event pricing, the Charge All Items Event Rates checkbox will force all items on the order to adhere to your event pricing rules, even if some of the items on the order are normally unrelated to special events. The PO and job information area allow you to enter job numbers and PO numbers that your customer provides to you. The internal job number field allows you to select internal job numbers that you set up in FocalPoint. The internal job file is located at 5.3 from the main menu. In the tax information area, you can choose the correct tax code for your order, and if the customer is tax exempt, enter an exempt ID on the order to render the order tax exempt. If a customer record has already been assigned an exempt ID, the ID will be carried over from the customer record to the order. The Price Type field allows you to select different price type options to show all, some, or no pricing on the order. You can set up as many different price types as you wish in the Price Type file, 3.9 from the main menu. You can assign up to 2 salespeople on an order. When splitting commission, salesperson 1 will get the split percent, and the second salesperson would get the remainder. In the Options section, you can flag an order as layaway. When you do so, you can filter out only layaways in the Edit Existing list screen. The Days Off field is used to remove 24-hour periods from the rate calculation of items during the return process. The print by group function will force the items on the order to be printed in group order and also allow for group headings above each group of items. If you flag an order as rent to own, the order will monthly bill up until the final payment date has been reached. When the final monthly bill is created, you may close the order based on FocalPoint's new rental purchase option functionality that allows for selling prices, monthly payments, percentages to apply, and monthly finance charges. Please refer to the help file for more information on this functionality or contact Vism support. There are 3 areas of consideration for monthly billing control. The billing cycle represents the number of days in your month with respect to monthly billing rates. By default, this will pre-fill first by the billing cycle set in the Store Manager file, and second by the billing cycle set in the Customer file. This can also be changed on an order-by-order basis if needed. The bill days 1 represents the number of days that will pass before a monthly bill is generated. For example, if your rates are structured so that by the 20th day of a rental, your customer will be charged a monthly invoice, then on the 20th day of the rental, a monthly bill will be generated, either automatically or manually if this field is set to 20. If the order is closed between day 20, in this example, and the last day of the month, as specified in the billing cycle, the order will be closed for $0. By default, this will pre-fill first by the billing cycle setting in the Store Manager file, and second by the bill days 1 setting in the Customer file. This can also be changed on an order-by-order basis if needed. The bill days 2 field represents the number of days that will pass before a monthly bill after the first monthly bill is generated. Aside from this difference, it works just like the bill days 1 setting. Typically, the bill days 1 and bill days 2 fields will be set to the same number. Bill by month works completely different from normal monthly billing in FocalPoint. If you flag an order to be billed by month, you will only be able to monthly bill it using the Bill by Month function located at A, B from the main menu. Here's how the Bill by Month works. Let's say you start an order on the 16th of June. When you bill by month, the first month will bill 14/30ths of the monthly rate for each item, and the next cycle bill will start on July 1st. After the first month, every month will bill the monthly rate, always ending on the last day of the month. The new billing cycle will always start on the first day of the next month. When you return an order that is flagged to bill by month, the same prorating will occur. If you return the order on August 10, FocalPoint will prorate the monthly rate for 10 of the 31 days in August for each item on the order. As always, if you have questions about which monthly billing option to use, Vism support will be happy to help you. The history area will show who created the order, when the order was created, and cycle billing sequence information. The notes section allow you to enter free-form notes that will print on the order. Let's move on to the Shipping and Dispatching tab. You can choose any location that you have set up in the Location file 6.9b from the main menu. Locations can help you pre-fill delivery and pickup notes, and you can also use it for the Revenue by Location report BBE from the main menu. Use the drop-down in the Ship To field to select from Ship To addresses previously entered, or add a new one. Ship To records remain with the customer until you deactivate them, streamlining future order entry efforts for this customer. The information section below the shipping area will reflect any Ship To information you chose. Use the drop-down in the Ship Via tab to select or add a shipping method to the order. To set delivery and pickup dates and times and notes, check the Dispatch Delivery and Dispatch Pickup checkboxes. Once you do so, you can choose delivery dates and time windows, delivery charges, and on-site durations for dispatching purposes. Delivery options can be set up by going to 6.9c from the main menu to assist with setting delivery and pickup amounts. At any time, you can see dispatch schedules by clicking either of the buttons at the bottom of the shipping and dispatching screen. The Details tab shows all of the rental and sales items already on the order. If you wish to add rental or merchandise items while in this tab, simply click on Add Rental or Add Merchandise. Among other things, you can resequence lines by dragging and dropping, or use the Resequence button to resequence by merchandise and rental, or vice versa. There is both a conventional and quick add method to add rental and merchandise items to an order. A flag in the Setup 3 tab of the Store Manager file named Quick Add Rental Merchandise Items controls which method is used. For the sake of this demonstration, the Quick Add option is enabled. With this Quick Add option enabled, you simply click on the button to add an item, search for it, and the item is added. You remain on the search screen afterwards and can search for more items and repeat the process. If you want to adjust descriptions, rates, or other options for a line item, you right-click on the item and edit it after you're done adding items. With the Quick Add option disabled, you can still click on the button to add an item and search for it, but once you select the item, you are given the opportunity to adjust descriptions, rates, and other options for items before it is added to the order. The edit screen that is used to adjust descriptions, rates, or other options has many options. On this screen, you can sell items, view images, and access a web page that you associated with the rental or merchandise item in the rental or merchandise file. In the General tab of the Edit screen, you can change the description of the item for this order, as well as rent dates and due dates if you have items going out at different times. Rates can also be adjusted on this screen. The per unit price can be overridden, but only if the override pricing checkbox is checked. If you right-click on an item, you can get to the same edit screen that you opened by double-clicking on the item. When you right-click on an item, you can also start an exchange, void the line, adjust serial numbers on serialized merchandise items, and edit re-rent information on re-rent items. Adding merchandise to an order follows the same general steps as adding rental items to an order. With Quick Add enabled, you simply click on the button to add an item, search for it, and the item is added. You remain on the search screen afterwards and can search for more items and repeat the process. With Quick Add disabled, you still click on the button to add an item and search for it, but once you select the item, you are given the opportunity to adjust descriptions, selling prices, and other options for the item before it is added to the order. If you want to adjust descriptions, prices, or other options for a line item, you right-click on the item and edit it after you're done adding items. In the Merchandise Edit screen, you can view an item, see cost, and add items directly to a purchase order from this screen. To take a new payment, go to the New Payment tab. The Amount to Receive field will always show you the suggested payment plus any deposits you need to take. Select any payment type icons on top and enter the amounts received in the payment or deposit field. The options you have available below the payment types will vary based on the payment type you select. After you take a payment, you will land on the Totals, Pay History, Refunds screen. On the left side of the Totals tab, you can see the totals breakout, where the order currently stands with respect to charges and payments received. The Payment History section shows payments already made to this order. If you right-click on a payment or use the buttons above a payment, you can capture credit card information, or refund, reverse, or void a payment. Similar functionality is available in the Deposits and Security Deposits area, but you can also right-click or use buttons to convert deposits to payments or release pre-authorizations. In the Documents tab, you can attach many different types of documents. If there is a scanner attached to your PC, you can scan right from FocalPoint and attach the scanned document directly to the order. When you attach or scan a document from your PC, FocalPoint will copy the document to the server so that all FocalPoint workstations can access the document after it has been added. You may also double-click on the attached document to review it. If you set up custom attachments like damage waiver forms or rain day addendums, you can choose which custom options should be included with this particular order. Custom attachments can be set up at B, C, 8 from the main menu. On the Images tab, you can import from any digital camera that can be plugged into your PC and import images into the outgoing, incoming, damage, or miscellaneous image folders. Finally, at the very bottom of the screen, you can always see running totals and a current balance due on the order. To return items, click on the Return button at the top of the screen that was mentioned earlier. A new Return Lines tab will be available, and you will still have access to the Total screen, New Payments screen, and Images screen. Any items that require fuel or a meter will show on a new item return screen. Once you have filled in the interval fuel and cleaning charge fields appropriately, click Continue. If you need to change these values after you are done on this screen, you can click on the meter, fuel, or cleaning fields directly on the return screen. On the right side of the return line screen, you will see a back column where you can determine what is back and what is still out. When you start the return process, by default, all rental items will be considered returned, and all merchandise items will be considered not returned. You may check or uncheck these boxes as needed, or you can right-click on any line to override prices, adjust quantities returned, sold, and still out. Once you've finished processing the return, you can use the new buttons at the top of the screen to save the order or print multiple or single copies of the closed order, or save and email the closed order to the customer. We certainly hope you enjoyed this presentation showing the anatomy of an order in FocalPoint. As always, feel free to contact Vism with any questions, feedback, or additional information needs you may have.